Hey guys, it's Autumn here, and today we are going to be talking about Inktober. Yes, I know the month has passed and gone, but I wanted to talk about the supplies I used really quickly because I know I didn't address that before I started Inktober, and I wanted to look back on some of our pieces. So to start this off, I used the FW Dale & Rowney acrylic ink, just in black. This is the only ink I used for all of the black and white pieces. And I used only this brush because it's the only one I was willing to use in ink. It is a size 4 Royal & Langnickel brush. And then finally, for most of the pieces, I can't say all of them, because I believe I used a couple smaller ones, such as on this piece. I used a micron 0.05 and a micron 0.8. So let's hop into these pieces. I have them kind of like a book right now, so take them apart, because I do want to bind them eventually, I think, but I just have to find somewhere. So for our first day, starting out strong, we have Poisonous with Jack with a snake around his neck. Not bad for the first piece I've done with ink in a very long time. We then have Tranquil, which was another day that I really enjoyed. I really liked the hands. If you haven't seen a lot of my art, I'm not great at drawing hands, but I actually kind of enjoyed drawing this one. It was very difficult, but it was a nice challenge. Next we have Roasted, day 3. This one was very simple, just kind of roasting marshmallows and hot dogs over a campfire, and I like the way the burnt wood looks and the fire came out kind of neat. I just wish it had been more fluid, but that's always something to try for next year. Next, we have Spell. This one I wasn't very happy with when I drew it initially, but I like the little baked bean shape of the baby Jack, so it's not too bad. And this was originally going to be hands, actually, but it messed up, so it turned into rings around the wand because I couldn't erase them enough. So yeah, it's not a bad one, not awful. I think this like staggered line turned out really nicely, but it's not my favorite piece. And then we have Pulled Pork with Chicken. I love pulled pork. It's such a dorky little piece, but I love this one. I've never drawn a chicken before, so drawing pulled pork was really fun. I looked at some chicken anatomy and tried to get it in my style as best as I could. I think this area could have been a little bit better, but not much I can do about that. At least not now. Next we have Drooling, which is just another little baby Jack. This piece felt kind of like a cop-out to me when I drew it. I was like, oh, I can draw baby Jack drooling. Yeah, but you're not drawing anything original, so not much else to say on that one. We have Tired Jack. I'm not a huge fan of the anatomy on this one, but it's not the worst I've ever done. I think his head's too big, and his body's a little wonky, and his neck sticks out like really far, so I do like the way his face is drawn, though. I think his nose could have been a little bit better, but again, I don't draw profiles super often. We have day 8, Star. This one is literally just a star on a robe. I talked about this in the video for this one. The ink, I was noticing, doesn't water down super well. If you put it down, it still dries really quick. And I don't know if it's this paper that I was using. It was Strathmore mixed media paper. It's the brown covers. They're smaller too. I don't remember exactly what size, but they're about the size of the B paper that I reviewed a while ago. So not much else to say on this one. Not a huge fan of it, but I don't hate it. Precious, the Diamond Day. A couple of people actually said that they really liked this one, or at least liked the facets in it, so I appreciate that, but I still feel like I kind of copped out and just drew a precious gem, so. I think if I were to redraw this one, I would probably draw a ring, or I would draw Simon hugging pulled pork, maybe, because pulled pork is precious to him, or like a precious moment in their lives, something like that, as opposed to a diamond. But I think I was starting to get a little bit tired of drawing every day here, so I'll give myself a break. Day 10, Flowing. A lot of people liked this one as well. Well, a lot of people saw this one. So this one was just kind of like magic-y kind of stuff, so like flowing magic around the spoon in the cauldron to mix it, and flowing liquid in the cauldron for the potion. That goes with, I don't remember what day that was. What day is, oh my, I drew this for very far in the future. Day 18, it goes with bottle, kind of. It's the potion that ends up in the bottle that gives Jack his powers. Next we have day 11, Cruel. So this one isn't my best piece, but I thought it was funny at the time that I drew it, because it kind of gives way for the next character that I show you guys. So this is Jack. The eyes are not drawn at all as I normally would draw them. Let me see if I can have it. See, his eyes do not look like that normally. I think I tried to make him look as surprised as possible, but it didn't turn out the way I wanted to. I mean, he looks surprised, it just doesn't look on model with him. So he thinks it's cruel because he's got his hair cut short and he has very, very long hair, as you guys have seen in previous drawings of him. So yeah, I'm gonna go with this is probably more high school Jack, so he looks very young and not at all hardened by the life of being a vigilante, I guess. Okay, next we have day 12, Whale. I loved this piece and not many people saw it, so I'm going to spend a little bit more time on him here. This whale is Simon's toy from when he was a kid. It's one of my favorite pieces that I did in Inktober. It's just so cute. Now, the ink wash isn't flat or anything like that, but just the design of it is adorable, and I think I want to do this again in color maybe. There's a couple prompts that I'd want to redo, either just in black and white or in color again, but this is definitely one of them. I love the button eye, I love the way that it looks soft and squishy, and I want this as an actual toy. Please, somebody give this to me. We have the mega cop-out prompt next, guarded. I literally drew a guarded door and I didn't even draw people. I drew shadows. Gotta love it when you get tired and you don't want to draw. So yeah, this one isn't a great piece. I'm not going to spend very long on this. Just guarded. Yay. Oh god, here's the other prompt that I absolutely despised from earlier. It was a cool idea. It was a bomb clock ticking down before it explodes, but I did not spend a good enough amount of time on this. I was just tired and I wanted it done, so I rushed. And this ended up uneven, this ended up not at all the right shape, the numbers weren't right, it was so bad. It was really bad. I should have not rushed through it like I did. So, there's that. Ooh, yay, day 15. We get to Simon. I love Simon. I don't know how many people saw this video, so I will talk a little bit about Simon. So Simon is Jack's husband. He is a librarian, and he is very small. He's like 5'4", 5'5", something like that. He's pretty short compared to Jack. He wears glasses. I don't know why I tinted them in this, actually. That doesn't make any sense, because his glasses aren't tinted. He just has round reading glasses. So, I don't know. Maybe he wanted to be John Lennon. Maybe that's what he is right now. He's John Lennon. But he got called weak, and he ain't about to stand for that, so he's like, yo, I'ma fight you, bro. Come at me. So, there's that. Yeah, don't call him weak, because he's not weak. He'll kick your butt, even if he's small. Simon will kick your butt. Okay. Day 16, we have Angular. It's just a weird portrait of Jack. Like, it doesn't look at all like him. At least not the way I would normally draw him. And I know the anatomy on this is off. It's off terribly, but I don't draw guys like this very often. I tend to draw females like this more often, if you've seen most of my work. So I have to practice a bit on this one, but I'm getting there. I'm trying. But anatomy's weird. Okay, day 17. We have Swollen. This one, I didn't really know what to do, because I didn't want to draw Jack hurt, and I didn't want to draw Simon hurt. I could have drawn Simon crying, I suppose, but I don't want to do that either, because I don't like to see my boy sad. So I drew a Christmas bag swollen with presents, because that was the best I could come up with for that day. It's nothing special, it's not the most impressive piece in the world, but it is what it is. Next we have day 18, which is Bottle. I actually really like this prompt. I am just so sad about the cauliflowering here. I wish it hadn't done that because the wash over it was so nice and smooth before that. But I really love this piece just because it matches with the flowing prompt from day 10. And it was just really fun to draw this one and do something simple that I knew I'd wanted to do for most of the month at this point, and just finally get to it. I do want to draw more bottles in the future, I think. Maybe revisit like the world on a bottle theme that I did a while ago. But I don't know. Let me know if you'd like to see me do a couple more of these, because I'd like to. Next we have day 19, Scorched. This is just Jack fending off fire, I guess. I think I decided that I wanted it to be like one of his supervillains or something. I like what I did with the shadows on this one. I just wish I'd coated more of this side of him in like a darker shadow now that I'm looking at this again. I think it would have looked better. Also, Jack in my cartoony style is freaking strange. At least, Waffles calls it her jelly bean style. I'm gonna call it my just tiny people style, because my people tend to be very small when I draw them like this, so yeah. But they've got like jelly bean heads, I suppose. But yeah, he's very small, and I don't like him in this one because it makes him look too like childish. So I don't know if I'll draw him like this again. I prefer to draw him in like my more realistic style, I suppose. Day 20, we have Breakable, another kind of cop-out prompt. I kind of just drew an egg. And it's cracking because it's breakable. Ooh. And this is the video where I couldn't get Pulled Pork's name right, and I kept calling her Baked Bean, and I felt like a terrible person because that's not at all what her name is. So, there's that. We have day 21. This is the prompt Drain. Also not one that I'm super proud of. It just kind of is what it is. So, we're going to move past this one. Day 22, we're also going to kind of skip past because there's not much to talk about. It's expensive. It's a mortgage. It's kind of what they do. And they bought a house. Wait, okay. Day 23 is Muddy, and I will spend a little bit more time on this one because I actually like this prompt. For whatever reason, the camera makes this look much better than it actually is, because the boot on this side is actually more wonked out of shape, and there's not, I can't get a good enough angle to show you how wonky it actually looks. For whatever reason on camera, it just looks perfect. So there's that. So this prompt, I wanted to draw Jack's boots and Simon's sneakers. So my idea for this was that Jack carried Simon through the mud so his sneakers wouldn't get dirty, and I thought that was adorable. I loved it. It made me happy. So there's that. I do want to know what the camera magic is, though, that makes this actually look like a boot as opposed to a really weird thing on my end. So there's that magicalness of cameras. Day 23 is Chop. This one, I don't think it did poorly. I don't think it did poorly in people seeing it, but it's not my favorite either. I feel like this one could have also been done better. It was another kind of rushed piece. I wanted to get it done, wanted to be finished with it. At this point, I was just kind of getting tired of Inktober, but I was doing my best to continue on. So, the angle on this is a little weird, but I tried. So, there's that, and there's a giant cauliflower in the middle here, which makes me sad, because it was so smooth and pretty. That's okay, though. Next, we have Prickly, which is just a cactus. This, I think I said, was Simon's cactus at work that he keeps on his desk in the library. And it's got a little bow tie with the polka dots. The polka dots could have been better. I could have drawn them in with an actual fine liner, but I didn't because I think I was lazy. So there's that. I like this piece, though. I think it's cute. I want to make a sticker that looks like this, I think. I want to learn how to make stickers so I can make one that like this. I think I'm going to do that on my iPad. If you guys are interested in me trying to make stickers, let me know. I don't know if I'd sell them, but I might want to show like the process on YouTube. Oh, next we have the day that I messed up and put acrylic over everything. This is the prompt Stretch. So the shiny stuff that you're seeing, that's all acrylic that I used because I put too much on the page, but I had to cover up where I misspelled stretch. If you watch the video, you can see me do that, but I absolutely positively misspelled the word awful. So there's that. This is, I think I said this was Simon reaching out to help Jack up, so he's stretching out his hand, but you know, I'm not great at drawing hands, but this is not a bad hand. It doesn't look awful. This probably should be a bit more straight as opposed to as thick as it is, but that's okay. I'm trying. And the thumb looks weird. At least on camera it looks weird. This makes me sad. The boot looks good, the hand looks sad, and this makes me depressed. So there's that. Next is day 27, Thunder. I love this piece. Ugh, it makes me so happy. So to get the full effect, you'd have to really look at it in person, but there's golden lightning here, and the clouds are all like just rough, and I love the way this looks. It looks like the clouds are so fluffy and the lightning is just so sure and straight lined. It's just oof. Oof. The juxtaposition to the curvilinear and the rectilinear lines are just, yes, I love them. Yes, so pretty. Next is day 28, the day in which I wish I had not drawn hands again. It's Gift, and I don't like the proportions on this hand at all. It could have been better. It could have also been worse, but it's not the worst thing I've ever drawn. So there's that. I do like the box. I wish I'd drawn, my dad actually mentioned this to me. I think this should have actually had more depth to it, but I didn't want to. I think I was very tired this day from art school, so there's that. Next we have day 29, Double. This piece, looking at this again after drawing it recently, and I'm just like, what is this? Is this egg? Like, this inner part looks really, really nice. This outer part is like, what are you doing? I think I rushed through it, and I really regret that now, because this piece, like, if you take away the line, it looks nice. It looks like a good egg. It looks good. And I'm making the Illuminati thing with my fingers on accident. But it looks good. I'm just sad. And now we move into our 2-day Inktober extravaganza finale thing. So we have Jolt, which is my boy Simon, who is dressed up as a can of Jolt, which I guess was a soda from, like, in the 1980s. Oh, forgive me. The 1980s or the 1990s, something like that. These are the only two that are on different paper. These are on, oh my, that light is very yellow on their faces. Tilt them up. Jolt is from, like, the 1980s, 1990s, something like that. It was banned in America, I think, or they just stopped making it, something like that. But these two go together, and they're looking at each other, kind of. So Simon's having a grand old time, and then Jack's just like, help, get me out. I do not want to be slice of pizza, please. So they are adorable, and I forgot to color in Simon's glasses. I left white. I'm going to fix this now. These are my last two pieces of Inktober. Together, I love them. I'm holding them the wrong way. I love them. They're adorable, and they're great. And I think it goes together really well because it's soda and pizza. So, yeah, there's that. Jack's proportions are actually kind of on point here, which makes me very happy, and Simon looks like a happy boy instead of the depressed boy that I drew him on day 15, so it comes back around. So Jack on the first day and Jack on the last day. He is pizza, but he is okay, and he made it through the month. Woo! Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed watching me go back through my Inktober pieces from this year. I don't know if I'm going to do this again next year. I may participate in Inktober, but I don't know if I'm going to do all 30 days again. If you'd like me to do all 30 days of Inktober again, please make sure to let me know in the comments down below, and make sure to leave a like. I hope you guys... wow, my English just failed me there. I hope to see you guys in the next video, and yeah, see you guys next time. Bye, everyone!
Hey guys, if you like this video, be sure to check out another one over there, and if you want to see the full playlist for this series, check out over here. Thank you for watching, and subscribe if you like, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye everyone!